That's so sweet and not forced at all. Hey, thank you so much for watching. And if you're new to the show, yes, this is my living room. And yeah, there are just some random people here in my audience. And yes, these are plastic, rainbow-colored swords. And yes, I pronounced the W because I'm inclusive. I don't want to brag, but we have a very cool show for you today. Brag. From Canada, I've imported a guest. Author, musician, poet, all-around incredible person, Vivek Shraya is here. And you asked for her, you begged, and I had already booked her because I love her as much as you do. My friend, incredible actress, wonderful person, Clea DuVall is here. You better be wonderful now. There's a lot of pressure on you. You gotta come out and just be like super lovely, or else people are gonna be like, you know. Also, I want to talk to you about a great organization called She Should Run, which you can find right here. Their main mission is to get more women to run for political office. Because you know how like you don't like it when men like mansplain or touch you or like tell you what you should do with your body and like what you can't do with your body, because it's none of their business what you do with your business. Right now, a lot of men get to decide what you do and what you can't do with your body, and that is fucked up. So we need more women to run for political office so that we are more fairly represented. So maybe you should run, is all I'm saying. Maybe you should. I mean, are you a good leader, and do you like to like tell people what to do, and like, do you like to like put your name and faces on posters? Like, maybe that's you. That is my very limited understanding of what a politician does. And if it's not you, maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's your friend or your aunt or Chelsea Clinton, if anybody knows her. I just feel like she would be great, although I'd hate to do it to the family. But seriously, think of someone. I thought of someone. I called my best friend right after the election. Her name is Sarah. She lives in New York. And I was like, you should run for local office because you are smart and you're a great leader and you're a community organizer and you look great in a blouse. So maybe that's it. Maybe just think of someone you know who has a great pantsuit collection and start from there. Today's show is brought to you by the new Lesbian Bar. Yeah, it's a new meal replacement bar you can eat in your truck on the way to a Tegan and Sarah show. It's a super healthy bar with really good ingredients, including hummus, cacao, baby carrots, herbed butter, Miller High Life, kale, vodka soda, egg whites, finger limes, ricotta salata, and carob. Oh, and it's free of wheat, gluten, judgment, soy, semen, logic, and peanuts. And most importantly, all proceeds go to the 2 lesbian bars that are actually left in America. Talk about the Cubbyhole in New York and Captain Vaginas right up here. And now let's check in with America's Sweet Les, Remy Rosendahl! Oh, you were good at that. You're getting good.
That's like ultimate Beastmaster, just like plowed right through the gauntlet.
Awesome. Don't know the reference. Hey, buddy.
Hi. You have can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got.
Okay.
I had the whole time I had lipstick on my teeth.
You need a good friend. You gotta get.
None of you are my friends. Buddy, have you heard of SheShouldRun.org?
No, I haven't. This is the first time. I'm
Look
so
at that.
excited to hear
Look at me
it.
opening up eyes and ears and hearts. Do you feel like you know?
Sorry, I didn't eat before I came.
There really is a baby here, guys, because women have babies with each other now. That's a thing that happens now. Is the baby okay?
Baby's great.
Can we see the baby? Bring the baby.
Baby's super okay.
Let me.
Oh,
let's
look
just
at
see
this.
the baby.
Oh my God.
We have a baby on set because we're lesbians over the age of 30.
She's a PA.
This is my PA, okay? This is my PA, Davis. Hi. Hi. She's very good at camera work. And she did my hair and makeup. And I think she's pooping on me right now. Hi. Listen, look at this outfit. Look at this outfit. You are the coolest Gaby I have ever met. Guys, this is Davis, and you cannot have her. She has 2 moms already. You do. You have 2 moms. But I'll also, hey, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, take her back because I just won't get anything done. So do you have anybody in your life that you feel like she should run?
Absolutely.
Who?
My little cousin.
Your little cousin?
My cousin Danielle.
That's so sweet.
She's 21 years old. She was working for the Sanders campaign.
Oh, Bernie Sanders?
This is Bernie Sanders.
Not Sandra Sanders.
Yeah, and after the election, she was like, I think I'm going to run for Congress.
That's amazing.
She's wonderful. Well, she's 21 now, so we're going to work up to it. But yeah.
But that's great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that a young person, and do we like her politics? Is it?
Oh, yeah. I
That's
feel
so
like,
great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. She knows what she wants. She's on a trajectory. She's going to go to law school.
Yes.
Going to study environmental law.
Get
There's
it.
Somebody on our side.
I love it.
Yeah.
Danielle Rosenduft, you should run.
You should run.
You should run.
I'll be your campaign manager.
You would be so good at that.
I think I would.
You know you would.
I do know that.
That is so great. I love that.
It's a family business.
That's amazing.
Leave my job and go do that.
I would
in
love it if
12 years.
the Rosenduffs became the new Kennedys. You know, like
That'd
how
be,
cool would that be? Except without the tragedy.
Yeah.
And who do you have for us musically today?
I have a band who just released their first album. Their name is Diet Sig.
Diet Sig.
Yeah.
Like C-I-G?
C-I-D-I-E-T C-I-G.
Diet Sig.
Diet Sig. The name of this album is I Swear I'm Good at This. It just came out in April. I believe they're on tour now, but the origin story with this band is great. So the lead singer is a young woman named Alex Luciano. And so prior to playing in this band, she'd never picked up a guitar before. And she was at this house show and needed a cigarette, and she interrupted the band that was on stage to ask them for a cigarette.
Well, that's
and
rude.
the guy...
That feels rude. Not a great
The
start,
drummer...
but...
The drummer was like, well, here, have a bottle of wine instead. And then the next day, they got together and like hung out, and then this band happened.
So hold on a second.
Which is so cool.
She interrupted another band.
Yeah.
That were in the middle of a show.
Yeah.
And then she was like, to this cigarette.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, but like, here's wine. And then she stole the band member and started a new band with that person? That's good
That's
karma.
empowerment for
I
you.
don't know.
This is what I love about buying albums. You don't get this on Spotify. This is the insert, the album insert, that looks like...
The markings of a crazy person. What is happening?
It's like the scrapbook of them making the album
Right.
together.
Do you watch Homeland?
I love some of the lyrics on this. I want to hold a seance for every heart I've broken, put them all in a room and say, get over it. I love
gotta be
this
totally
band.
honest. I gotta be totally honest. She sounds like a real See You Next Tuesday. She's like interrupting bands to start a new band, and then she's like, "Get over it. I broke your fucking heart. I don't care."
Kind of. The album's kind of like, the songs are kind of like that.
Hey, so
You guys.
so you can check out Diet Sig right here.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're great. I mean, I always know. I'm sure they're great. I
They're
don't
great.
know them.
They're great.
I don't know. My wife is like.
If you're curious, you should listen to them on Spotify.
Yes.
And if you like the music, go out and buy the album.
Yes.
Go to a show, buy the album at the show, because
Yes.
they get to keep all the money when you do that.
Boom. I don't know why are we going.
I'm coming.
You guys, let's hear it for Remy Rosendahl.
Thank you, buddy. Excuse me, Judy.
Just. And now, please welcome, all the way from Canada. She's an author, a poet, a musician, an incredible person. My friend Vivek Shraya.
Hi.
You look so pretty.
Thank you so much. I feel like this is like, I'm officially a lesbian now.
Okay, I won't tell your boyfriend. Oh, also, it's like a weird time to make a pass at me. You've been friends for so many years. I mean, like, you were in our wedding, so.
It's true. What do you think I was doing there?
This is already already going in a direction I was not expecting, but I like it. So for those of you who are not as familiar with Vivek, she is an author of a novel called She of the Mountains, a book of poetry called Even This Page is White, and a children's book that we don't have because I'm not a child, called The Boy and the Bindi. And you are incredibly prolific. You've done 100 other things that I can't name because the show is only 8 minutes long. So how are you so prolific? Where do you get this creative energy from? Is it cocaine?
Yes.
Okay, great. Next question. But seriously, what propels you? I mean, you are so prolific. You make all of us feel lazy.
You make me feel lazy.
Do I?
Yeah.
Vivek, that's so sweet.
Well, I mean, honestly, like art gives me a reason to wake up in the morning. I know that sounds like really
I get it.
like dire, but having something to work on makes my life feel fulfilling.
And just for a little history, I met Vivek through my wife Rachael, and they met on tour for Tegan and Sarah like over a decade ago. And I think everybody's dying to know, was Rachael as cute back then as she is now?
So cute, so cute.
She's so cute.
One of our first tour experiences is that it was Thanksgiving and Rachael was driving and hit. Can I say this? No. Not a human.
What did she hit?
I tapped somebody else's bumper backing up.
Tapped.
She tapped somebody else's bumper.
But imagine this is our first tour experience together, and it was a gold PT Cruiser, which just like took the whole experience to another level.
I've heard about this PT Cruiser. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And when you first saw the gold PT Cruiser, were you like yes, or were you like no?
No, I was like, oh, I think this is the wrong car. Yeah, it was,
But that's kind of perfect, like a gold PT
It was
Cruiser
perfect.
for a tour.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's part of the story now.
That's not the best story about that.
No.
Wait a second. Hold on. There may or may not be a Quinn twin here. And she just said that is not the best story about that tour. Do you know what she's referring to?
Is it the Saturday hat?
The dancing hat?
Oh, sorry, the dad.
Guys, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm so just like I like being in the middle.
Oh God.
What's the dancing
One
hat?
night, we were all extra happy, and
Okay.
Rachael had a hat on, and we just circulated the hat, and everyone who had the hat on had to dance essentially. But the worst part for me was after I got really, really drunk, and I'm like an emotional drunk, and so
Okay.
Rachael and I were sharing the room, and I was like in the washroom, and I started like saying spoken word to the toilet paper, where I was like, my little heart is breaking. My little heart is breaking. And it was awful. And then I could hear Rachael laughing in the bedroom. And this is why I don't drink.
I get it. Now I understand why there's water in there.
Exactly.
I get it. So you recently came out as trans, and congratulations, I'm so happy
Thank you
for
so
you.
much.
How has that process, did you want to clap? Guys, clap. Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, it's nice to be
that's
clapped
really nice,
about
yeah.
for being who
I don't
you
get
are.
clapped outside the house, so.
Well, they don't know. I'm not constantly following you around going, she recently came out as trans.
It's probably a bad thing.
But I'm really happy for you,
Thank you.
because I love you. And I just want to know, how's it been for you? What's been the thing that's surprised you the most about the process?
Oh, what a good question. I mean, I think that I feel that was a really good question, Liz.
Because I thought of I wanted to be like thoughtful about like what I was asking. So
I don't even need to answer, right?
No, you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I really want to know, truly.
I mean, I feel very, very fortunate that for the most part, I think people have been like really supportive and loving and accepting. So those things are all really, really nice. I feel
It is really nice.
very fortunate to be born at a particular moment where I think that I have a lot of support around me, but I also know that that's because of some of the privileges that I have. Yeah, so that's one of the things that surprised me the most, I think.
Let me also ask, now you come from a traditional Indian family, and I can imagine that could have been a complicated situation for them. How are they doing with all of this?
I mean, it's challenging because my parents, we don't really use the word like queer, let alone trans, right? So it's more about like framing things in a way that they understand. So when I started having conversations with my mom, I talked about how for me, I feel like I embody like femininity as well. And I think she kind of understood what I meant. And I think it's really about honoring the ways that your parents can support you. So like my mom was in India recently and she like bought me some bindis and bought me some bangles, you know, which is really, really nice. Yeah, so I don't think we might not use the formalized like language, but I think my parents support me in their own way, which is
great.
Lovely. Yeah.
That is really lovely. I'm so happy to hear that. So you actually have a lot in common with most of our viewers in that you are obsessed with Kate Moennig.
Can I tell you my Kate story though?
Yes, of course.
So it was at the wedding.
Oh, right. Okay, so we got married. Rachael and I got married, and Vivek was in the wedding. Kate was at the wedding.
Okay, yeah, and so my boyfriend and I were playing this game where like, you know when you see someone who looks like a celebrity, you're like, oh, there's such and such, right? So we were like, Adam was like, oh, like there's Shane over there, and then it ended up actually being Shane, and I was like, oh my God, but that's actually Shane. And then
I love that you are still calling her Shane.
that's who she...
The L word has been off the air for almost 10 years. But I also, when I see her, I think Shane. So.
And then after when I saw her, I was like, I have watched all 6 seasons of The L Word. You are so beautiful.
Wait, did you really say that?
I did.
You said that to her?
I did.
Yeah, that didn't creep her out at all. I can tell you that much.
And she was like, hi, I'm Kate. And I was like, who the fuck is Kate? Like, I was like...
I think that's how a lot of people feel.
And then she was like, you sang that really beautiful song at the beginning. And I was like, oh my God, Shane heard me sing. Shane heard me sing. Yeah.
You were like, Shane heard me sing.
Yeah.
I don't know who this fucking Kate is. But seriously, thank you so much for coming. I'm really a huge fan of your poetry. Your book was amazing. Your children's book, our niece loves, and your music is beautiful.
Thank
I can't
you so
thank
much.
you enough for being here. Let's hear it for Vivek Shraya.
It's hot up here.
It is, I know.
Do I leave through the curtain?
You should leave, yeah. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye, girl, bye. Bye, girl, bye. And now, please welcome actress, writer, director, 2-time Olympian, my friend Clea DuVall. Woo! Thank you. Great. Yep. Very good. Yep. Thank you. Sorry about the bringing your own chair thing.
It's fine.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. We just don't have a lot of,
No, I can
crew.
see that. I can see that.
So we don't have like a chair guy to like bring your chair in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for bringing your chair in.
Of course.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. We're pretty good friends though, right?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you back.
It is really nice to be back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That seems sincere.
Good.
How many lesbians have you played in your life? Because at the last time I tried to count, I think what I came up with is most of them.
What? I don't know. I've never counted.
You've played a lot. Let's name a few.
You were going to say a quadrillion. I think that. I think that figure is a little inflated.
A quadrillion?
Well, okay, but I'm a cheerleader.
But I'm a cheerleader.
You know what? Do I just?
You're gonna IMDb yourself right
Well,
now?
I can't think. I mean, I've just done so much.
I know you've
It's like
such
over 100 titles on there, so I'm just like.
And what I love about Clea is she's humble.
Yeah.
And she will not talk about herself. It's hard to even get her. What?
What? I'm just going to the beginning. 78.
So wait, but I mean, you've played some straights. You've played some straights.
yeah.
You were straight in Argo.
In Little Witches, I was straight. Dangerous Minds, the TV show, it was ambiguous. The first time was in But I'm a Cheerleader.
But I'm a cheerleader.
And then again in Committed.
Committed.
Where they misspelled my name, according to IMDb. Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars.
Which was...
Then it took place on Mars, and you played a lesbian ghost.
Not far.
Really?
It's not far. It did take place on Mars, but I was a cop. But in the future, everyone is a lesbian.
So
Take me there.
I didn't read the script. I don't know. Yeah, it is true.
That's amazing. What's it called again?
Ghosts of Mars. It was a John Carpenter movie. It was
Rachael?
so much fun to make it.
Can you Amazon Ghosts on Mars? Thank you.
And after that, also get Ghosts of Mars because they're. Anyway, does it count?
It's called Ghosts of Mars.
Ghosts of Mars.
Rachael?
Well, now you're making me question it.
Could you Amazon Ghosts of Mars and cancel Ghosts on Mars? Thank you.
Does it count if I have a lesbian scene but my character is not a lesbian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Carnival.
Yep. Hardball?
Carnival.
Carnival. Wait, you actually weren't a lesbian on Carnival?
No.
But you had a lesbian scene on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
We had a
cool.
very intimate female friendship
Right.
that.
Which is how it starts. Let's be honest.
But when we actually kissed in real life, it was me trying to punish her. It's very complicated. Just
Okay.
watch the show.
I watched the whole show.
We're on 4.
Oh, you were a lesbian on. You were a lesbian on.
Well, I'm getting there. I think in Les Chat, which was a short film that I did that Tig was in, that I'm sure. I think that I'm just guessing I probably was.
Played a
I don't
lesbian
really
in
remember
Les
it.
Chat, the short film.
Oh, on Law and Order.
You were a lesbian on Law and Order. Is anybody counting?
I'm counting. What do you think this is? What do you think I'm doing here?
No. Sorry.
Have you ever? Devon, is my character in your short film gay?
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
You have not been in a short film where you did not play a lesbian, is what it sounds like.
6. On New Girl, 7.
7.
Veep, 8.
8.
The Intervention, 9.
And
That's-
no, American Horror Story.
American Horror Story, 10.
10. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying, is that you just, you've played a lot of lesbians.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's like typecasting or anything. Just saying that you're good at it. So let me ask, I think I and everybody here are a huge fan of Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
What do you think she's doing right now?
I don't know.
Really
I
think
wish
about
I
it.
knew. I wish I knew.
Are you have you become friendly
I mean,
with
yeah.
her?
I mean, we're not close, but
Okay. Okay.
I mean, she's so lovely and funny and smart, and she works so hard, and I admire and respect her like so immensely.
Me too. Can we just give Julia Louis-Dreyfus a round of applause? Do you have her number?
I don't have her phone number.
Which number do you have?
I can't say.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the chances that Julia is watching this right now?
I would say 0 to 0.1.
So there's a little wiggle room.
Yeah, there's some. There is hope.
Okay. Because I would love, and I'm not using you to try to get to her.
You know, what's so weird is that it had never occurred to me that you would be using me to get to her
Until
now
said
that
it.
you just said that.
Right.
But now that I'm thinking back on our friendship, it makes a lot of things make a lot more sense. You play a long game, Feldman.
I do.
Long game.
I do. So you wrote, directed, and starred in a movie called The Intervention. Guys, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's available. Where is it available? How
On
can
all
people
the
watch it?
streamers.
All the streamers have it. You can see it on Netflix.
Nope.
Nope. So not all the streamers. Which streamers can they see it on?
I think, iTunes.
iTunes. Oh, yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon.
And I think...
It's
I
available
don't-
on 2 of the streamers. It's a great movie. You're in it. Natasha Lyonne is in it. Melanie Linsky is in it. She's got just a brilliant performance from Melanie. Melanie won a special award at Sundance for the film. And it was such a successful first directorial writing debut for you. How do you follow that up? Is the pressure crippling?
I mean, I think that I'm still new enough in it that I have, you know, when I started acting, that the whole concept of being an actor is an insane thing to want to do.
It is.
You know, it's a crazy thing to be like, I'm going to do this and it's going to be great. And I think that
But it's worked out really well
it
for
has,
you.
but I was 18 when I thought that, and I think if, you know, 2 weeks ago I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quit my stable life and become an actor. That
What would
be
you
a
be
bad
doing
idea.
if you weren't an actor right now? What would you 2 weeks ago have you been doing?
I mean, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, probably something just high-powered.
That feels right.
Yeah.
That feels right.
And I think because I, you know, I'm in the very beginning stages of this career, like this new career path, I just feel like, well, I'm going to do it again, and this is a great idea, and it's not going to be hard. I can do it, you know. So I think
That's
I
a
still
great
have that
attitude.
like enthusiasm. I also just don't tend to go to the place of like, this is impossible. Like I'm a very optimistic person professionally.
I like that you had to make that distinction.
Yeah.
Personally, it's all shit.
Just whatever it is personally, don't do it. It's not going to work out.
Got it. That's interesting that you
Yeah.
have that dichotomy. And
No,
I
I
mean,
think it's just, you know, fear and insecurity. And
we all have that. We all have that. Except my
well,
ladies.
I don't. I'm just saying for some people it might be.
So in the intervention, you are in a couple with Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah.
Which was so fun to see because it was almost like a sequel to But I'm a Cheerleader, except not really at all. But you guys got to play a couple again. And it was like, you guys are so great at that. You're like the Bogey and Bacall of lesbian cinema. Google it. It must be so fun to get to do that with her because she's one of your best friends in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that I wanted Natasha to be in the movie with me is because we have such a close relationship, and it's so easy for us to be comfortable with each other physically and not sexually. But I think, you know, it's an awkward thing to have to get,
Yes.
like, just fall into, you know, feeling comfortable touching someone.
Does
or
that feel comfortable?
it doesn't feel uncomfortable.
I'll take it. I will take it.
But, you know, it is weird, especially when, you know, if you're working with like a straight actress who might still be a little bit like, no, it's fine, this is cool, I'm really edgy, you know, like that. But
Wait, is that an experience, and without naming names, is that an experience you've had before where you're playing one
Yeah.
of your 10 lesbians that you've played and you're with a straight actress and she's like,
I've had straight actresses be a little bit weird, but they weren't my type, so don't flatter yourself. You know? It's actually, I would say 99% of the time, it's like everybody's very professional and lovely, and it's really, you know, none of those kinds of scenes are ever comfortable. Nobody's psyched to do them.
Right.
But I have had only one experience, actually, when the actress was unnecessarily creating a situation that was uncomfortable.
and can I ask how?
She brought her boyfriend to set. He was like just off camera, and then
And
we
he's
had
just
to
like-
kiss. No, it was worse. It was almost worse than that because it was like in between takes, like we had to kiss, and then in between takes she would go over to him and be like, "Oh my God, it's just so crazy. Did you see that?" And like that kind of thing. And then they would kiss, and then she would come back. It was just.
She had to like cleanse her palate?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that
He
is
was like a
gross.
lemon sorbet for her, I guess.
Hey, Clea,
Yeah,
do you know what time it is?
I don't.
It's time to play everybody's favorite advice show that we only do on this show. What would Clea do, Vol? Okay, it is. Here we go. First question.
Okay.
This is from @BloodyDishes.
I know your problem. I know why your dishes aren't getting clean. Go ahead.
Okay, this is from @BloodyDishes. My fiance is more attracted to Korean guys than me. Help.
I can't help you. I can't. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, your boyfriend? Husband?
My fiance.
Partner, fiance.
We don't know. We don't
knows
know.
you're not Korean and wants to marry you anyway. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
I don't know. We can't ask at Bloody Dishes because I'm afraid to get in touch with her. This is a question from Maddie_522. How do I talk to this girl? When we text or are in a group, conversation flows easily, but once I'm alone with her, I panic and don't talk. I feel like this is probably an issue that plagues a lot of young ladies.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about this?
Well, I was in my youth a very shy person, and it gets easier as you get older, you get more comfortable. But I think that, you know, when I'm around people who are, you know, who I might not feel the most comfortable around, something that I always do is ask them questions, because that's the best way to get to know someone. It's the best way to, you know, break the ice. And sometimes, you know, like sometimes silence is fine, but if you really like her and you want to get closer to her and know more about her, then you should ask her questions about herself, because people love talking about themselves.
So true. It's so true. That's a great idea. Okay, so you should just ask her questions about herself.
Yeah.
And like almost pretend like you're in an interview or something like that.
Don't make it feel like an interview, like you're weird, you know, but it's like, this is a person who you really like and you want to get to know, so get to know her.
Right. The next question is from @_Tuno via Mayama. Where can I buy a beanie for my cat? It's her birthday.
Your cat's not going to like that.
That's true.
I mean, I think that being a good gift giver is about thinking what the other person or animal wants and not the thing that you want for it.
It's so true.
So there are people have tried to put clothes or hats or wigs on my cats, and they hate it, and I love them, so why would I want to put them through that to amuse anyone?
Can we just
respect
go back to
your cat more than that?
Can we go back to people trying to put wigs on your cat?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Next question is from @GayTotino. How do I get over intense crushes on middle-aged actresses? I want to cry every time I remember I'll never date Gillian Anderson.
I mean, I don't think that you do get over it. I think that, you know, when there's someone who sparks something in you, Gillian Anderson is hot.
Yeah,
so,
what do you want?
how are you going to get over that? You're
Don't.
just not.
Just
It's
don't get over it.
unrealistic to expect that of yourself.
Exactly.
And it's a little bit fun. Like the other day, because I've been watching Feud, which I love, and I have a huge crush on Susan Sarandon in that because her performance is so good and she looks incredible.
She's awesome.
But it made me think of the episode of The Facts of Life when they go to the drive-in. I don't know if anybody remembers. And they go see Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. This is taking a long time, but
Wow. Yeah.
so I went on YouTube and I found the episode and I watched it, and Nancy McKeon was like my first one of my first crushes, and I was watching it and I still felt just as in love with her as I did when I was a kid, because it was so, like, it was such a big deal to have those feelings about someone, and she was like my Luke Perry.
Yes, totally. I identify with that.
And it was a nice.
You can clap. You can
and
clap.
I didn't want to, like, why do you want to not have that, like, fun feeling when you see
so
someone?
true, yes.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I don't
But
either.
if you're taking it to a place where it's dangerous for you, then that's, you have other things going on.
Or dangerous for Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
Yeah.
We just show of hands who here did have a childhood crush on Joe from Facts of Life.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
so you
it's
know,
everyone in the room.
Everybody in the room except Christopher, the gay guy. I feel like that was really good advice. What do you guys think? Really good advice. Yeah.
Not real.
Thank you so much for being here. Let's
Thank you
hear it
for
from my
having
friend Clea DuVall.
Thank
If
you.
you could just take the chair,
Oh, yeah.
take it back. Yeah. Thanks. Is she gone? Well, that's our show, Lesbos. I'd like to thank Vivek Shraya and Clea DuVall for being here. Please follow us on all the things people follow other people on. And we'll be back soon with a new episode, or in like 2 to 5 years. But for now, I'm Liz Feldman, and you are so gay. Now let's check in with words that sound better. last couple weeks that you're single, you ready to mingle? Because we have there's a lot of
people in
a lot
this
of
room.
people on set. Real queer queue. Real queer crew. Guys, let's hear it for Clea DuVall. Thank you, Week. Now you're Canadian. There's another Canadian in the audience.
Look, they're laughing. You're Canadian.
Even Canadians woo politely. Like I said, you're Canadian, Sarah went.